we're Carol and Jason from the brand new morning show, and we thought it would be fun to get together and play kind of a hot seat game. You know, we've been working together like almost a month now.
Yes.
It's been 1 month, and we've learned a lot about each other, but we thought it would kind of be fun to do like a hot seat game where I ask you questions and you ask me questions really quickly. So that's what we're going to do today.
Okay, sounds fun. So you get to start.
I'm going to start?
Yep.
Okay, there's no time limit on these, but we do want to go through them rather quickly. So don't think a whole long time about them.
Okay.
All right?
Sounds
Here we
good.
go. What dish would you bring to a potluck?
Macaroni and cheese.
You're good at that?
Baked macaroni and cheese. Yeah, it's got to have kind of the crunchy layer of cheese on top of it.
Okay.
My grandmother used to make it. I can't come close to her recipe, but I give it a shot. Yeah.
Okay.
Mac and cheese.
You're gonna have to bring that in because we're gonna have to take a vote on that. What's something you aren't very good at?
Something I'm not very good at?
Yeah.
Answering your questions off the cuff.
Nice.
Obviously.
Nice.
So if I know you love coffee.
I do.
Okay. You have to give up something or coffee, something that's near and dear to your heart. You say, I have to give up coffee or this. What would you do? I mean, this is not just for a day. I mean, you've got to put it down. You've got to retire it.
Oh, that's hard.
I mean, that's how much she loves coffee.
I do love coffee. It would take, actually, more people would probably bring me coffee after that because they would not want me to be without it because I'm probably a booger if I don't have coffee. But reading books, I guess.
Oh, and you love books, too.
I do love books. I'm a bookaholic.
All right. How about this?
Okay.
If you had to go on a game show on television, what would be your game show and why?
I can't even think of the name of the game show now, but the one that says, no whammies, stop.
Oh, yeah, Press Your Luck.
Press Your Luck. I like that game.
Yeah.
Not for any reason. I just like the whammy guy because he comes out.
They come out and do their little cartoon things. They brought that back for a while, but the original version was so much better.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like the little guy dancing across the screen. Well, along those same lines, what reality show could you win?
Definitely not Survivor. I could deal with the outdoors part of it. I couldn't deal with the eating. When they brought the food challenges out with like the live bugs and stuff like that.
You're not eating bugs.
That's where I'm out.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm not a huge reality show. I know that one pops in mind, that Survivor's very popular. I don't watch many of the other reality shows.
What about, I think you would be good on The Amazing Race.
Now, yeah, with the adventure and travel, I have one of my best friends is Australian, and he and I've talked about actually going out for that at one point because you're literally hopping across the globe. So the Amazing Race could be a good one. So tell me this. If you find yourself with 30 minutes of unexpected free time with no commitments, what are you going to do?
Probably take a nap.
I knew you'd say that.
Take a nap or read a book.
Or both.
Yeah, or both.
Split it up 15 minutes and 15 minutes.
I'm not a real good napper, though, for 30-minute segments. Like, I have to have like 2 hours because it takes me a while to go to sleep and a while to wake up. So I really need a little bit more stretch of time. But there you go.
All right.
Is it my turn now?
It's your turn.
All right. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
That depends what you put on top of it.
Oh, the toppings are what determines
the toppings,
it.
Yeah. I mean, if you go mustard and, ketchup, and you put the relish, you're starting to get pretty complicated. So I think that could qualify.
So the toppings qualify you as a sandwich, not the fact that it's 2 pieces of bread and meat in the middle.
Is it meat, though?
You did not go there. Okay.
All right. So tell us something high on your bucket list.
High on my bucket list. I think I would like to travel more. Specifically, I would like to go to a Caribbean island and never return. I love water. And so the places that have the most beautiful water, I would love to travel to some of those places and just spend some time there looking at water.
So what would be 3 things that you would take with you on that Caribbean
my daughter
cruise?
Because otherwise social services would show up. No, but a good book, just 3 things, and a
chef.
Yes, a chef. There you go.
Someone to prepare all the fresh fish you're going to be catching.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Another one for me.
Yeah. How do you describe your style?
How do I describe my style?
Yes.
simplistic as possible.
You are not simplistic. I've only known you. We've only worked together a month, and you're complicated. Because
you
have
saying
to,
I'm high maintenance?
No, I didn't say that. No, but I just said you are not simplistic because everything's just so. You're very put together, and that's not simple.
But that's the work side of me.
Okay.
When I get home, like it is sweatpants and t-shirts.
Okay.
And ball caps on the weekend kind of thing.
Well, that's a surprise.
Yeah, I do. If you could give me anything, it's a home with some sweatpants on and just a chance to play with the boys and relax.
So if we saw you in the grocery store, we may not recognize you because
There's a good chance.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to shave. I'm going to have on a ball cap and I'm going to, have on some very comfortable clothes.
Okay, good enough.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right, so you get to open a restaurant. What are you serving? Now, I know you say you can't cook, but
Plates
you're going
and cups.
You're gonna have a team.
I'm gonna have a team
of cooks and line people but you get to pick the menu. What is Carol's Diner?
Here's what I would do: healthy food that tastes good.
There's no such thing.
Well, I know that's why. That's why I would open that restaurant. No, I'm serious. Because I've been on this trek to find healthier foods to eat. The older I get, the harder it is to do because you develop, taste and everything. But I have found some things that I really like, and they do taste good. And so I think that we need more restaurants that serve healthier foods
that taste
really good.
Yeah, it's not punishment to have to eat your vegetables.
Right. Yes,
that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay,
one for you.
Sure.
If you could be in any movie, what movie would you be in?
Willy Wonka.
Who would you be in Willy Wonka? Would you be Willy?
I'd probably be Charlie.
Oh, yes.
Just because of the river of chocolate. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's one of the only movies I've watched. Or The Greatest Showman.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka's one of the only movies you've watched?
I am not a movie
You're
buff,
kidding me.
But I will tell you, I love The Greatest Showman. That's probably the most recent modern day. The way Hugh plays The Greatest Showman and just he perfectly fit that part. But
Nailed it.
Yeah. So The Greatest Showman or Willy Wonka.
Okay.
So that's a
two opposite
broad
ends
stroke, isn't it?
Spectrum.
Yeah. What cheers you up when you think about it?
What cheers me up when of course, my daughter. I can smile just talking about her just in a moment. And I think about when I was younger, times with my dad. Yeah. That always cheers me up. Although I miss him desperately, I can think about how blessed I was to have him and the great memories we made together. And that always makes me giggle because he was quite a jokester. And there are still stories floating around about him that just still make me giggle to this day.
And those memories are as fresh as that happened yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those memories never fade.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those are special.
All right. If you could have an endless supply of anything, what would it be?
Happiness.
Oh, that was sweet.
I think the world needs some more joy.
Oh, that's so true.
I think we're just in such a time of division, and we all are just kind of at each other in so much.
Yeah.
I think we just all need a little more happiness.
So true. You are so much more spiritual than I am because I was thinking either Cherry Carmex or Uniball pins that are my favorite that I can no longer find. So anyway, there you go.
What do you miss most about being a kid?
I don't know that I've ever grown up, number one, but miss most about having no responsibility.
Yeah.
You remember that feeling? I can remember on Saturday mornings, like getting up out of bed and thinking, I've got the whole day today to do whatever I want. You'd watch Saturday morning cartoons, eat your
Bugs
cereal,
Bunny.
and then all the kids just started coming. There was like 10 kids in my neighborhood, and they would just all start coming, and we would decide what we were going to do for the day, and you didn't have any responsibilities. And
Mom would say, be in by 6 for dinner.
Actually, my dad would step out on the porch and whistle,
yeah.
With one hand, and we would come running. So we didn't even have a time because nobody had a watch back then, All right, here's one for you. I can't decide what did you want to be when you were young?
I wanted to be a fighter pilot, a fighter jet pilot. Yeah.
Wow.
And that kind of stayed as a goal until I started becoming too tall. Yeah, unfortunately, I outgrew that dream. So radio became the next option, right?
Of course. course.
No, you have to be between a certain height to fit in the cockpit. And now you can fly some of the other planes, but I wanted to be like, F-16 fighter jet, pilot, and my height disqualified me from that.
Wow.
So, but and I wanted to I've always been fascinated with space. So, like, I can remember going out in the evenings and just laying in the yard on a clear night and just looking at the stars.
Yeah, wow.
And just dreaming about, following the space program closely. Remember the space shuttles?
Oh, yeah.
And, watching the space race of everything. So I always dreamed of going into space, but fighter jet pilot would probably be.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. What emoji best describes you?
What emoji best describes me? Probably the one that has one eye closed and the tongue out. That one. That's my emoji.
Face.
Yeah, the crazy face. That's probably. Have you ever had a crush on an animated character? Be honest.
An animated character.
I know. Mine's Flynn Rider from Tangled. I have a huge crush on him.
I don't.
Probably says something about me, but
we could dig deeper into that one, I'm sure. I don't really remember. I think it wasn't animated, but it was, for my generation, it was always, like the Saved by the Bell, like Kelly Kapowski kind of thing. It wasn't animated, but that was probably been my teenage crush.
All right. That's good enough.
Does that count?
Yeah, that counts.
All right.
We'll let that count.
So has there ever been a meal or a dinner that you've had to eat the food out of politeness? Like that it was really bad, but you had to eat it?
Yes. It was probably my own. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't because it was so awful. It was just because I didn't like the taste of it. And it was, I have a strong gag reflex.
Yeah.
So if something goes in my mouth and it doesn't agree automatically, there's like that, gag reflex.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this was happening, and I was, it was bad. But I did manage to make it through, and it was the longest dinner of my life. But I didn't eat very much, 2 or 3 bites, but whoo-wee, yes.
I have a similar one. It wasn't about the texture of the food, but something that happened during the dinner.
Oh, no.
So my dad was in construction and was working on a larger home with clients who were building a very nice home. And as part of the home, as they finished it up, they invited Dad and the family to dinner in their new home.
Yeah.
And it was a very prim and proper meal. And Dad gave all of us, look, be on your best behavior, manners, sit up straight.
Yeah.
So I made the mistake right as dinner is starting, because it was they had the china out, and I was nervous. Like there
several different forks and all that. Yeah.
There was no enjoying this dinner because the pressure was on. And I reached across the table to grab some salt. And as I did, there was a candle that was lit, and it singed the hair on my arm, and burned me, and I jumped back, and everyone started laughing, and my dad's face was 50 shades of red.
Did you get in trouble?
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to apologize. I didn't know how to, but I'll never forget that moment of going, oh, I can't mess up, and we're having
roasted Jason for dinner tonight.
It was awful. It was a terrible night.
All right. What's the weirdest nickname you've ever had?
The weirdest nickname?
Have you ever had a nickname at all?
Nothing comes to mind. Nothing that...
We got to come up with a nickname.
Yeah.
I think I've given you several nicknames since you've been here. J-Dog and...
One of my former program directors called me Boy Wonder.
That fits you.
And I don't know why.
Yeah, that fits you.
That was one of my first full-time radio gigs, and she called me Boy Wonder.
I can see that. Yeah, that fits. That's not weird, though. But that's just so true.
All right. Let me see if I have one more for you.
Okay. Here, I can go.
Okay.
What's something everyone else loves that you secretly find overrated? Don't you say coffee, because if you say that, I might have to just turn your microphone off or something.
Something that everyone else loves that I find overrated?
Yeah. So you're like, not about it. Like, no, thank you.
Oh, this is going to fire the health nuts up.
Okay.
Fruit.
You don't like fruit?
Yeah. I mean, like, I'll eat it, but like a lot of people like, oh, give me a fresh orange or an apple.
I am that person. I like fruit.
I'm just...
So, like, if you had fruit or what else? If there was a choice for anything else but fruit, you would take the other choice?
Well, no, and if you put a cup of coffee beside an apple...
It's coffee or fruit.
Right, yeah. No, it comes back to what you mentioned earlier about textures.
Okay.
You know, it's
all right,
a lot of the fruit thing is a texture thing for me. Like, when I eat an orange and the pulp of it, you know...
You don't like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So...
And you said you were simple. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
All right. Last one for me.
Okay.
Tell me something that's a pet peeve that drives you crazy.
A pet peeve that drives me crazy. Oh, this drives me absolutely bonkers. When someone doesn't clean up after themselves.
Yes.
And I guess that's just because I'm the cleaner-upper. I'm the cleaning lady.
Uh-huh.
And I have a almost teenage daughter. And and I'm like, if you touched it one time, like if you take the lid off of something, don't leave the lid there. Just go ahead and throw it away.
Right. Yeah.
That drives
Finish
me
it
crazy. Up. Yeah. And so I feel like I'm just all that time. So I'm trying to do better at that, but maybe not so much. Title of a book about your life. What would the title be?
110%.
Oh man, that's really great.
Because that's what I want to give with everything I do. Whether it's as a dad, as a husband, as a friend, as a radio host, I want to give 110%.
Wow. Well, you fit that title well. The title of mine would be, I didn't jump, somebody pushed me. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. And we do.
Fun.
Yeah, it has been fun. And we do see you giving 110%. And you've just fit in with the family here so nicely. And it's just a joy to work with you every day. And thanks for being a part of our family and our team. And this has been fun, getting to know you a little bit better.
Carol, I've had a blast already in just our first month together. It's a privilege to come work alongside you and the family here at the Light FM each day.
Looking forward to many more years. We'll see you weekday mornings, 5:30 to 9, right here on the Light FM.